Importing glossaries into Quizlet. So I'm just going to open Chrome, go to Chrome, and first of all I need to go to Quizlet itself. So okay, so Quizlet. Now here, if you actually want to make from scratch, a glossary, which is good, you might want to start with a document, and there are lots of documents on the internet, wiki pages, and you can even get convert a PDF, copy paste in, documents like this. It makes making a word list much easier. You can convert a word list very easily into a Quizlet. So if you've got a word sheet you've already got, you can convert that into a Quizlet in just a matter of minutes, really. So here's a document. You can even get students to contribute to this and actually look up words and be responsible for a section, like end of year section. So they all have different topics and they all have to write out keywords. We're not doing any harm. And then you can have a whole end of year, and this one's actually was part of a whole end of year Quizlet maker. So if you go back to Quizlet now, so click on create. So creating a set here. And you do have an option. You give it a title if it's end of year revision Quizlet. So just give that a name. And instead of actually writing them all in, which you can do, you can actually import. So if you go to your document, it is helpful actually what you need to have in place. If you have a comma between the word, like here, the comma between the word and the actual definition. Let's just click down here. Just to show you as an example, copy paste that, so Command C, copy that, create a new Quizlet, and you just import the data into this box. Now you need to give it Quizlet some instructions, but where it says between term and definition, if you select comma, it then knows that here's the definition, and here's the definition, there's a word. So you need to check it, and you need to edit it, of course, but here it seems to have figured out alveoli, thin walled hair sacs, so everything seems to be right there. So as long as you have a system, so Quizlet knows which one's the word and definition, it will actually accept them. So you import those terms, and again you can add images, and you can even, if you really want, you can add your own voice recording to that, so it doesn't have to be the woman, you can add your own voice recording too. And then you just click on create and it's made. Here this language is interesting really. I tend to just pick chemistry because then it gives me symbols, doesn't really matter. And it won't let you create until you've selected that, so you just click on create. And there you have it. You've got your end of year revision Quizlet, which was a lot quicker to make if you just add it to your class then. So that's going to be for year 8, so I click on year 8, and now year 8 can access that. And when I go to my page there, if I look at, find the year 8 group there, so for more year 8, you can actually look down the Quizlets and look at the scores, which I find very useful. Who's been studying what and how good they are. Kevin's very, very good. And if you look at class progress, it's particularly sneaky. It can actually tell you, if they've not been studying or what they have been studying, and that's really, really useful. But you do have to pay this option where you get the student scores. You do have to pay a small amount for that, but it's just an extra feature of Quizlet anyway.